We haven't seen each other in a while, huh? You may ask how long it's been, but I don't think you even remember, because it's been more than a year. And dude, I need to fix this. It's not like I don't have stuff I want to make videos about. I did a lot of stuff and you'll get to see a lot of it soon. But if I could name one reason why I didn't make videos, it would be recording myself reading the script and just having to cut it all down. Do you know what it feels like to have 30 minutes of footage that then turns into 4 minutes of actual video? Do you know how much I hate listening to myself and having to keep cutting it out again and again? I hate this. Okay, Julie, you got this. You can say it loud and clearly. Hello, hello. Oh my god, is it too loud? So point is, I just don't want to deal with any of this shit ever again. And then I heard of someone that has basically an infinite attention span. Someone that will do the task no matter how shitty it is. Someone that maybe messes up a couple of times, and that really sucks and is really annoying, but someone that can get it done in a good enough way. Yes, it's an AI model, more specifically Google's Gemini 3.0 Flash. And oh my god, is it stupid. But wait, maybe I shouldn't say this. Gemini, I love you. You're editing this right now and I love you dearly. Don't edit this out, please. But no, for real. How do you always put stuff in Markdown? How do you provide me with invalid timestamps that don't even make sense? Well, saying it out might be simple, but how do we actually do any of this? Let's start by getting the components we're using for this video together. First of all, we're going to need the Gemini API. That's where we're going to talk to Gemini 3.0 Flash to get all of our clips analyzed. And second of all, we're of course going to need FFmpeg, because I don't want to make my own audio and video encoding, and you know, we're gonna need that for a lot of stuff here since we're working with video. And this is why you hear that FFmpeg is everywhere. This is why the meme is true. It is everywhere. Oh, and I've already prepared our input video and script here. So let's get started. First, just because I'm poor and want to save on tokens, I'm going to use FFmpeg to quickly convert this video file into an audio file for us. Because we're just reading off a script in this video, the audio version is actually totally fine, and the video will just cost us more. Okay, FFmpeg should be about done now. Let's grab the audio file it gave us and combine it with the script. We're gonna also need a prompt, which I've luckily got here already. So with these two things together, we'll just give that right to Gemini and hope it gives us some good stuff. Surprisingly, with my tests, the cuts are often really accurate, but sometimes a little off. So this little prompt we're giving to it is just gonna make sure that the cuts are a little bit more spacious, let's just say it like that. Yes, that means you'll still have to edit out 2 or 3 seconds in your editor of choice, but you know, compared to all of the slop you had to edit before, that's basically nothing. Okay, seems like Gemini is done, so let's take that output out of there. So what we've got now is essentially a list of timestamps that tells us where in the video we have to cut. So let's next take these cuts we've received and put them straight into FFmpeg, together with our video of course, since that's literally what we wanted to cut up. Theoretically, you would need to put in 1 cut at a time, but for this video I'm just gonna simplify it and pretend we're gonna get 1 finished video out of it. And I ain't animating multiple cuts anyway, because this video already took more than 20 hours to edit probably, and so I would really appreciate if you subscribed. Okay, but seems like FFmpeg is finally done. Can take really long if you need to still mention you guys should subscribe, you know? And well, this is the final output. What can I say? So after this little explanation, let me actually show you the program working for real. And what better way to show you than by literally cutting down the part you just watched. So let's get into it. So first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna drag the video I just recorded right into this data directory in the script cut project, and I'm gonna just rename it input for clarity. Next, here's the script for this video you literally just watched. So I'm gonna just copy all of it, and I think we went into right here. So this is all of the parts, and then I'm gonna copy this as markdown, and then we're gonna make a new script.txt here. And I'm just gonna paste all of the things we just talked about into here. So now let's open up a new terminal and run script.cut just like this. We're gonna have to select a new model, and I'm just gonna search for Gemini 3 Flash here. Now let us select this model, and then FFmpeg is gonna go straight into and convert this video to MP3, which it has now successfully done. And now we calculated that we're gonna use 30,000 tokens, so this is gonna be a little expensive, but you know, let's do it and let's hope for the best. You know, this is literally a live example. This is the first time I'm doing this kind of stuff. So if you love live demos and I should do more of it, then let me know down in the comments below, because this is definitely a little bit waku waku, if you know what I mean. And here we go. So we just got this output from Gemini, and no invalid timestamps, no nothing. And now this is all the commands that have been executed. Okay, so this is all the cuts right here. So let's see if it did it properly. But now let's start by getting the components we're using for this video together. First of all, the Gemini. Okay, it cut off the Gemini API there. So let's see if that's maybe in here. First of all, we're gonna need the Gemini API. That's where we're gonna talk to Gemini 3.0 Flash to get all of our clips analyzed. And second of all, we're of course gonna need FFmpeg. So yeah, that's that clip it got for us. So let's see what we next. I wanna make my own audio and video encoding, and you know, we're gonna need that for a lot of stuff here since we're working with video. And this is why you hear that FFmpeg is everywhere. This is why the meme is true. It is everywhere. Okay, I could edit this like together a little bit. I don't know if this is like actually what I can use. Yeah, no, I guess it messed up a little here. So what you can do now is essentially just look at those timestamps and then edit it yourself. I know that my second cut here is a little off, right? So we have our first cut here. First of all, we're gonna need the Gemini API. That's where we're gonna talk to Gemini 3.0 Flash to get all of our clips analyzed. And second of all, we're of course gonna need FFmpeg. So our second cut especially is a little off. I want to make my own audio and video encoding. What I'm just gonna do is, because I think it picked actually the right part, I'm just gonna leave all of this like it, and I'm just gonna paste in the cuts here, because what we can actually do is we can let script cut this, but without the input actually being AI. So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna see this is our second timestamp, this is our, this is our second one, and this is our third one. And I'm just gonna go in, and because this was a little too late, I'm just gonna tell it to like start at 50 maybe, and then let's see what happens now. So now when we look into the cuts directory and into cut 2, first of all, we're gonna need the Gemini API. Yeah, and there you go. So this is a nice second cut, and this is probably what you just watched. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. And with that, I also want to upload every 2 months again now, so I hope that I get it now. It's been like 10 months since the last upload, so yeah, you might have some doubts, but I do have ideas, and I do have projects that I want to show off, and like all kinds of other stuff I want to show you, so definitely get subscribed if you want to see more. Script cut will be linked down in the description below. You can just go to the GitHub and there'll probably be instructions by now. If not, well, I don't know, future Julian, please do instructions and stuff, do all the things, and yeah, with that, it's already pretty late, so I'll see you all in the next one, and I hope you have a damn good day.